This episode of Ham Talk Live is brought to you by Tower Electronics. For connectors, cables, and more, call 920-435-2973 or visit pl-259.com. And by ICOM. Heard it, worked it, logged it. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information about ICOM radios.
It's Ham Radio.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's time for Ham Talk Live, episode number 241, Hamcation Special Edition, recorded live on Thursday, January 7th, 2021. I'm your host, Neil Rapp, WB9VPG. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ham Talk Live. Tonight we're joined by Orlando Hamcation Chairman Michael Cauley, W4MCA, and we'll take your calls live a little later in the show. It's been a couple of weeks since I've hosted a live show. Hope you had time to enjoy the holidays. Our last episode featured John Portune, W6NBC, who, by the way, is going to be on an upcoming ARRL podcast or learning venue, whatever they're calling it. But anyway, he's going to be on talking about actually this same helical antenna that he was on with us a few weeks ago. So if you missed hearing about the story of how he came up with that, tune in to hamtalklive.com. If you missed that on your favorite podcast app or on YouTube, any of those will work. And remember, you can catch the rebroadcast of Ham Talk Live on WTWW. That's 5085 AM Saturday afternoons at about 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So get your questions ready to go for Michael. If you're listening to us live on Thursday night, you can call us after the interview. And let me give you the telephone number so you can have that ready to go. It's 859-982 7373. Again, the phone number 859-982-7373. We'll give that out again a little bit later in the show if you didn't get that, and you can tweet us. It's at Ham Talk Live on Twitter. If you're on Spreaker, you can type a comment. Looks like we're getting a few already. I can't keep up with them, so we'll take a look at that during the break. And I'll be back with Michael right after this word from ICOM America right here on Ham Talk Live. Happy 2021 from ICOM. ICOM's IC705 gives hours of fun and enjoyment working your favorite bands this holiday season. The IC705 is the perfect sidekick for hams that like to enjoy what both the great indoors and outdoors have to offer. It's the perfect QRP companion, base station features and functionality at the tip of your fingers in a portable package, covering HF, 6 meters, 2 meters, and 70 centimeters. This compact rig weighs in at just over 2 pounds, with RF direct sampling for most of the HF band and IF sampling for frequencies above 25 megahertz. It comes with a 4.3-inch color touchscreen with live band scope and waterfall. It runs 5 watts with the battery, 10 watts with a power supply. Sideband CW, AM, FM, as well as full D-Star functions are available. A micro USB connector, Bluetooth, wireless LAN, micro SD card slot, integrated GPS with antenna and GPS logger. The speaker mic comes standard and supports QRP and portable QRP operation. The perfect accessory for the IC705 is the now available optional backpack, LC192, with a special compartment for your IC705 and room for accessories for soda activations or a day in the park. Other accessories now available include a QRP portable magnetic antenna, standard battery pack, lithium-ion battery pack, micro USB cable, USB Type-C to micro USB cable, a DC power cable, a compact lapel push-to-talk Bluetooth with earphone and a desktop tray. And the antenna tuner is coming soon. And there's free software to download, the programming software, the Android app, the terminal mode access point mode application, and the smartphone picture utility for Android, iOS, and Windows. Also available is the RSBA1 IP remote control software, which requires purchase. Visit ICOMAmerica.com/amateur for more information on ICOM radios.
Who is the most dangerous person in the world? A ham with some wire, a potato gun, and an idea. Ham Talk Live.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Tonight, Michael Cauley, W4MCA, joins us on the Orlando Amateur Radio Club and Hamcation Zoom line. Michael is the chairman of Orlando Hamcation for the 4th year, and he served 7 years as the tailgate chairman, 6 years as the IT chairman, and a year as the finance chairman. And Hamcation is sponsored by the Orlando Amateur Radio Club. And Michael, welcome back as always. And that's the new thing, the Orlando Amateur Radio Club and Hamcation Zoom line. So thanks for that, and thank you, John, for making that possible.
You're welcome, Neil. Just trying to help out best we can with the great program that you have here, and trying to keep it running into the 21st century.
Yeah. Off of Skype and onto Zoom. We're getting into the 21st century here. So yeah, appreciate you letting us use the Zoom account here for the show, and we'll be transitioning things over to Zoom a lot more here in the next few weeks. Well, speaking of transitioning things online, that's what's happening with Hamcation Special Edition, or as I like to call it, Hamcation SE. And last time you were on the show, you brought us the sad news that Hamcation wasn't going to be in person this year, but you told us about Hamcation SE. And now that you're about a month out, let's preview what's going to be taking place online at Hamcation Special Edition.
Yeah, Neil, everything's coming together very well for Hamcation Special Edition this year. Like you said, everything will be online. Well, let me rephrase that. Not everything's going to be online. 90% of it's going to be online. But our biggest thing that we are doing this year, we have set up some very good webinars. There are actually going to be 4 tracks of webinars. One of them is going to be contesting, technology, one for all the vendors, and one for youth. So you pretty much, you have to register to sign up for it. So if you go to hamcation.com and then just go to the tab that says webinars, there's a full schedule of webinars. Webinars will run from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Both days, Saturday and Sunday, which is February 13th and 14th. There's some very good ones on there. For each category, I believe also, Neil, you're doing one for the youth category on Yoda 2021.
I am.
So please check it out. I know for contesters, I know Tim Duffy's actually doing one on his K3LR station, and a huge antenna farm he has there. I
don't know if you've ever driven by. I don't know if you've ever driven by there, but it's just it's a sight to see.
I have not. I've seen photos of it and then on the inside, but I have never been by there. But I can only imagine what it looks like. So, but you do have to register to attend a webinar. To register, you just go to hamcation.com, go under webinars, pick the one that you want to watch. You register for it. You will have to register for each one of them. So if you want to watch 4 of them, you would have to register 4 times. What happens once you register, you'll get an email stating all the information and how to join the webinar on the day of the webinar. You will also get email reminders to remind you about the webinars you signed up for, just in case you forget. And you'll get an email reminder a week before, and I believe the day before also, just to remind you what webinars you sign up for. So if you sign up today and then all of a sudden come February 13th, you're like, okay, which ones did I sign up for? It will send you a reminder so you don't forget. One thing that we are able to offer this year, we are giving away prizes by donations from our vendors that we have. There's 2 ways you can get a prize ticket. One is when you sign up and attend a webinar, you'll get 1 free entry into the prize drawing. Or you can actually, for a donation of $5, you can purchase additional tickets for the prize drawing. And each ticket is a donation to OARC. We are collecting the money, which will be given back to local clubs. A lot of people doesn't realize that a lot of the big Hamfests do give back to their local clubs. Last year, we gave over $15,000 back after Hamcation to the local area clubs, which helps fund them throughout the year for repeater repairs, programs they do, helps fund their field day, different activities. And since we did cancel I don't like saying cancel, postpone for 2021, we realized this was going to put a hurting on a lot of our local clubs. So this is one reason why we decided to make a donation for the tickets, and the proceeds will actually go to donations to the clubs locally.
Yeah, I am proud to be representing the Youth on the Air camp and talking about what's going on, because we're getting ready to kind of ramp that up again now that we're hoping we can pull that off this summer. With the COVID situation, we've got everything ready from last year, but we had to postpone as well, and so that's kind of getting ready to gear up. So we'll be giving the latest information on that, and I believe Jocelyn, KD8VRX, and Sterling N0SSC, and maybe Sam, KC2LRC, will be along with me on that. But some of the other committee members will be there as well to discuss that. And one of the things that you've supported is the Yoda camp, and I appreciate your support in making that funding happen so that we can be ready to go hopefully this summer.
Yes. The biggest thing is, for people don't realize, a lot of us are getting old. The youth is the future of amateur radio. We have to get them more involved. And hopefully by events like the Yoda 2021 and other Yodas around the country, or around the world actually, this will help get youth more involved in amateur radio and understanding what amateur radio is, and hopefully there'll be the futures of the engineers and stuff making radios in 20 years.
Yeah, I know one of them is making satellites for SpaceX, and I'm pretty proud of that one. He's out there doing all kinds of stuff, and there's a long list of those kind of students that have gone on to use their ham radio skills in some very fabulous jobs out there, and it's great. So we appreciate all the support of the youth and having the youth track and having a spot for us to talk a little bit about Yoda Camp, which is just one thing that takes place. And Joe K0NEB here in the chat mentions he's doing 2, so he had to one up me here. So he's going to be doing 2. So talk about Joe.
Yeah, Joe will be doing 2. I do know one of them is a kit building webinar, and the other one is actually 3D printing with amateur radio, which sounds very interesting. What that presentation is going to be.
He has done some really cool 3D printing stuff. He sent me one for my birthday. I really appreciated that. And so, yeah, it sounds like a really interesting topic. So we'll be looking forward to that. And Chris AA4CB says, and don't forget there's free parking.
Lots of it, actually.
You won't have any parking worries at Hamcation Special Edition.
True.
All right. Well, I know ICOM has stepped up to be a principal sponsor of your online event this year, and you've got all these prizes planned. So tell us a little bit about these prizes. And I know Joe, he has to, he always goes into those buying the prize tickets. He's got to have a bunch of those. So I know he will be doing that. So tell us what Joe and everybody else can win.
Yeah, with the help of the ICOM Platinum sponsor, they've donated several prizes to Hamcation, along with a lot of our vendors. Some of them will be doing webinars during the event. A lot of them are just vendors that wasn't able to do a webinar, but are vendors of Hamcation. But I can let you know right now, Saturday's grand prize is going to be a Yaesu 991A. It was actually donated by Ham Radio Outlet. And then Sunday's grand prize is going to be actually the new ICOM IC705, and it was donated by ICOM America. We do have other radios that was donated. ICOM also donated the 9700, which is going to be one of the prizes. There's lots of prizes actually on the website. You can go to hamcation.com and look for the Hamcation prizes. Everything is current, not everything. I got a few to add that we haven't added yet, but there's a long list of prizes on there donated from Ham Radio Outlet, Gold Medal Ideas, some stuff that we had, Orlando Amateur Radio Club, ARL has donated stuff. A lot of the vendors are starting to donate, and usually a couple times a week people are donating, and we are putting them up there as people are donating the prizes. So by the time the event gets here, we should have a really good list of prizes. And I do know there's still a couple more companies thinking about actually becoming sponsors, which should really help out with the prizes also for it. Now,
let's talk a little bit about how people can access all this. You mentioned already, go to hamcation.com and click on the tab there and register for each of the sessions that you want to attend. Is this going to be on Zoom? Is this going to be YouTube? What's the platform for all of this, and how will people go there? I know you said you're going to send out the directions, but what can people expect from that? And do we get virtual sunshine as well?
Yes, virtual sunshine, no rain, and let's make it 70 degrees.
Hey, there we go.
But it will actually be done with Zoom's webinar platform, so it will be done, most of it over Zoom, but each webinar will actually be broadcast live also via YouTube. We will be putting up the YouTube channels for people to watch them. They will be saved there, so after the event, you can go back and watch it. Or if you want to watch two of them at one time, you can watch one of them live. Then later on, go back and watch the second one that you want to watch. The Also, what we're going to do, we're actually going to have live Hamcation prize drawings. We're actually setting up the prize booth that everybody's knows about. That's usually in the North Hall in the back of the building. We're actually going to be at the fairgrounds. We're going to set it up and actually do real live prize drawings every hour during the webinars. So when one webinar ends, we're going to do a prize drawing before the next one begins. That will actually be live via our Hamcation Facebook page. So you can actually go on there. We're going to draw a ticket stubs are identical to the ones that people drop in there. What happens is once you register, we fill your information out on a ticket stub and we actually toss it into the prize barrel. And same way, if you purchase tickets, extra chance tickets by a donation, we fill all of them out and put them in the prize barrel too. So the good part, you don't have to stand down and fill out all your tickets or have a stamp ready to fill them all out. We do it for you this year. And then we email everybody that does donate their ticket numbers. So if you purchase 10 tickets, we email you all 10 ticket numbers, ever what you purchase for that part. Also, let me just say, we are going to actually have a QSO party also during Hamcation. We are working with Florida Contest Group. They are actually going to be one of the sponsors of the QSO party. They're getting the rules together. So hopefully by next week, we'll have this all finalized and up on our website. And ICOM is also a sponsor of the QSO party. And I do know that everybody that participates will get a certificate, and the top winners will actually get a plaque.
Very good. Very good. And all of this is going to cost the participants how much?
Nothing. It is free. The only thing that you would have to purchase if you do want extra chances into the prize drawing is the $5 for the tickets. That is it. To register for webinars, they are free. And then each person that registers for at least one webinar will get one entry into the prize drawing. Just to make it clear, if you register for 10 webinars, you don't get 10 drawings. You only get one. People's kind of getting that confused. So all you have to do is register for one, and you will get one drawing into the prize drawing for that. The other thing we did also, it should be up on the website within the next couple days, is we have Hamcation Special Edition 2021 lanyards for a $8 donation, which also includes shipping in that. You can purchase your very own Hamcation Special Edition lanyard. We have a limited number of lanyards made. So they will be, once they sell out, that's it on those. So please, if you want those, keep an eye on www.hamcation.com. And once we get it posted within the next couple days, it will be on the front page so people can click it and order them.
All right. Very good. So check that out, hamcation.com, and make sure you sign up. That's just, so that everything works properly in getting everybody signed up and in the right place for those webinars and the capacity and all that kind of thing. So go to hamcation.com, sign up for those, and some cool prizes and all kinds of stuff going on. So, and Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT, says she's going to work on her virtual tan with the with the virtual sunshine there. So cool stuff. So check that out and sign up for those webinars. Sounds like a great time, and it's free. And you can donate. And I saw the lanyard on Twitter, I think it was. Is Twitter or Instagram? I think it was Twitter. There was a good picture of the lanyard there, so you can check that out as well. All right, well, it's time to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little more about Hamcation and the future of everything. And John mentioned, too, I should throw this in, that the QSO party is this year only. And as a coincidence, shout out to the Dayton folks. I got my QSL card today, actually, from the Dayton one. From the QSO party that took place during the canceled Hamvention. So shout out to them, and I'm sure yours will be equally as enjoyable, and look forward to it. So we'll talk about that stuff and more when we come back after this word from Tower Electronics right here on Ham Talk Live.
Hey, honey! Have you seen the PL259s anywhere?
No, I haven't. Come on, kids. Let's go.
There's just one place to go for all of your connector needs.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
A giant warehouse of connectors and adapters for every occasion. Thousands to choose from in every shape, size, and color. And they have antennas, soldering supplies, cables, meters, and more. Where do you go if you want to buy a connector at a fraction of retail cost?
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
And this weekend only, take advantage of our special liquidation sale. Buy 9 solder-type PL259s, get the 10th one for just $1 penny. They make great Christmas presents. And what better way to say I love you than with the gift of a PL259?
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
I'm Scott, KB9AMM of Tower Electronics. I like the PL259 connectors so much, I bought the company.
Tower Electronics, coming to a Hamfest near you, or online at pl-259.com. And we're in the yellow pages under Amateur Radio Connectors.
My, wherever did you get that lovely PL259?
Tower Electronics, pl-259.com, or call 920-435-2973.
Do we sell PL259 connectors?
Join the conversation. Give us a call at 859-982-7373. Again, the number to call is 859-982-7373. Or, if you'd rather type than talk, tweet us at Ham Talk Live. Now, here's Neil Rapp with more Ham Talk Live.
Ham Talk Live with Neil Rapp.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Tower Electronics will be at the tailgate, Jack Moyer's tailgate in Orlando, January 16th. Looks like Arcadia, Florida has been canceled, but also on the books for Tower Electronics, Dalton, Georgia, February 27th, but you can visit them anytime at pl-259.com. Ham Talk Live is on the air every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at hamtalklive.com. And be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And now it's time once again for the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week within 9 GSU.
Now it's time for the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week, the part of the show where Rick tells us a ham radio joke. The Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week is brought to you by QRM Labs. Now, here's Rick Garrett in 9 GSU with today's Ham Talk Live Joke of the Week.
I asked my psychologist the other day, is ham radio an addiction? He said it depends on the frequency you get on the air.
This has been the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week with Rick Garrett in 9 GSU. Tune in again next week for another joke from Rick.
Oh, yes, it's the frequency. All right. Well, it's time for your calls now. So if you have a question for Michael, give us a call at 859-982-7373, or you can tweet at Ham Talk Live. And if you're listening to us on WTWW or on the podcast edition, you won't be able to call in because we're doing this live on Thursday night. And John clarified, by the way, in the comments that it's only this year that they're filling out the tickets for you, and they actually have a label maker to do that. And as a former Hamfest chair, I will say this: here's a Hamfest life hack: is take some address labels with you. And a few people would do that. They'd just take an address label, return address label, and stick it on there. And so as long as you're not trying to decode it all, it works just fine. So there's a little life hack from Ham Talk Live. But John says they'll be printing those labels out and then sticking them on there, and that'll take care of it. So this year you don't have to fill out the tickets. So let's see. You also mentioned during the break, you mentioned testing. So let's talk a little bit about the testing, the license testing that's going to be taking place.
Yeah, two more things to cover real quick. One of them is going to be the testing. We are going to be doing live testing at the fairgrounds on February 14th, Sunday, from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. We have had a lot of requests throughout Central Florida for test sessions. Almost all the local clubs has not did any test sessions since March of last year here locally. So there's lots of people that, one, want to get their amateur radio license, and two, that wants to upgrade. So we have decided to do testing at Hamcation at the fairgrounds in the North Hall. The North Hall is the building that usually had the prize bear on the back of it. So we can actually host up to 32 people. Everybody will be almost within 8 foot apart, social distance in there. You will have to abide by the local restrictions of wearing a mask, stuff like that. We have plenty of sanitizer to sanitize everything in between the testees. But if you do want to do this, I know it's more for people within Central Florida that's within driving distance. You do have to pre-register. To pre-register, if you go to the hamcation.com website, you can actually go on there and pre-register. And the fee is free. We are not charging you to take your test. And what we have come to learn, I know everybody's talking about the $35 fee that FCC just put out there. It should not be in effect before Hamcation Special Edition. So this might be one of your last times you can actually take a test or upgrade for free anywhere. So if you'd like to upgrade, please go on the website and register to do it. We'll have plenty of space. And that's one reason why we're running it 10 to 4. You don't have to get there right at 10 o'clock. You can come in at noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, take your test, and leave. So that's one of the things I had. And the second one I have to actually cover is everybody knows that we do awards every year. The one award that we do is the Hamcation Carol Perry Educator of the Year Award. Just to let everybody know a little background on it, this award is bestowed upon an individual who has made an outstanding contribution educating and advancing youth in amateur radio. It was first awarded in 2018 to its namesake, Carol Perry, WB2 MGP, in honor of her work as an educator teaching students about ham radio. We have picked a winner. The winner knows who it is. Everybody listening will know who this person is. Hamcation is excited to announce Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG, as the 2021 recipient of the Carol Perry Educator of the Year Award. Congratulations, Neil.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Michael. That's quite an honor, and it's even more special when it's the Carol Perry Educator of the Year Award, because Carol and I go way back. And she loves to tell the story of my QSL card being hung up in her classroom as an inspiration. And then as I ended up going into teaching, she was, the inspiration and the leader, and imparted a lot of knowledge to me, to do what I've done for the last 20 some years in high schools. And so it's very special that it's her award to receive that, since we go so far back. So thank you so much for that. I look forward to getting that in person next year, and I appreciate getting it virtually this year. So thank you so much. All right. Well, the phones are starting to ring here, so we'll get to the phones, and then we'll talk a little more about Hamcation. But we have a caller on the line. So good evening. Welcome to Ham Talk Live.
All right. Well, thank you. This is Carol Perry.
Hi, Carol. Oh, it's so good to hear you.
This is so strange doing. I wanted to send a big virtual hug to Neil.
Well, thank you so much. Oh, you probably ought to turn your speakers down there. That's going to slow you down here a little bit. But yeah, thank you for the big virtual hug. And it's great to talk to you last week when we found out about all of this. So thank you for being here. And I don't know if we dropped the call. Hello, welcome to Ham Talk Live.
Hi, Neil. This is Jill.
Oh, hi, Jill.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I think we lost Carol. The phone just rang through, so Carol we'll get back in the line here, and we'll get you back on here. But thank you, Jill.
You're welcome, and it was an honor and a privilege to nominate you for this.
Well, thank you so much for doing that. I believe
it is through our educators getting the kids involved in ham radio is one of the best things that could ever happen. I'm getting a little teary-eyed. because if it wasn't for my electronics teacher in high school in 1984, I would have never gotten my novice license. And his name is Richard Brown, and his old call was Kilo Alpha 8 Tango Tango Yankee. And if it was for him, I wouldn't be back yet. And I know that it is so hard. That it's the students that make it. The teachers who dedicate their time like you do to them. So, congratulations again.
Well, thank you very much. And my dad had a very similar story. He studied electronics in high school and went into electronics, and his teacher introduced him to ham radio, and it was very much later on in life before he got licensed and got involved, and that's when I did. We did it together, but the inspiration from teachers is what contributes to that time and time again. And so I remember, Max Pemberton, K4HAX. I still remember, I met him probably twice. But it was Dad's high school electronics teacher, and it made a world of difference. So thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. Thank you for the nomination, and look forward to seeing you at some point here.
Hopefully some point, yes. Very soon, hopefully. Thank you for being a spark to your students. Thank you.
Oh, you're very
you have a good night, Neil. All right?
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jill. All right. There's Jill, KD8QJK. Thank you for calling in, and we'll see if we can pick up Carol. Maybe this is Carol. Hello. Welcome to Ham Talk Live.
Welcome to me, and congratulations to you, Neil, KD2GUT.
Hello, Karen. Thank you very much. Are you ready to work on that virtual tan at Hamcation SE?
I'm ready. I do not want a virtual sunburn, though. I burn easily, so I think this is the way to do Orlando, to do it virtually. I am really happy about one thing in particular. Even though this event is virtual, your award is very, very real. And God knows you have how many kids you've inspired, and over the years you've given 5,000%. So its time has come. We're really happy for you. So that's not virtual, that's real.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Karen. Appreciate the kind words. And Michael, I think Karen, as she usually does, inspires creative ideas as the editor at Amateur Radio Newsline. I think we've got something to go along with the lanyard. I think you might put some Hamcation sunscreen out there on the market.
That's a great idea. Not the greasy kind, though. That'll stick to my virtual clothing. So,
okay.
But I would like that. How about cheesecake on a stick?
I think Dayton's got a copyright on that one, but
okay. Well, you guys, I'm telling you, you have the best time. I'm looking forward to this too. I really am, but most especially this year, because this is the year you get the award, and I couldn't be happier for you.
Well, thank you so much, Karen, and enjoy that Christmas present now that you've actually got it a month later.
Oh yes, we need to very quickly mention that my car is now the recipient of some lovely air freshener. Not that my car needed air freshener. My car is clean, but this air freshener inspired by the lovely Mrs. Rapp, Julie, and yourself, to have a squirrel in underpants.
Yeah.
And he's going to really jazz up my vehicle. So I'll hop in my car and pretend.
Karen is the protector of all squirrels in New York State. So we got her an air freshener with a squirrel. So
and I'll be driving to Hamcation in it, at least.
There you go.
In my heart. So have a great have a great celebration, and we'll see you soon.
All right, Karen.
Virtually. Okay,
yep.
now.
Right. Will do.
Bye, Neil.
All right, bye-bye.
Again.
Thanks so much.
Bye now. Sure.
Bye-bye. Okay, Carol has informed me that she is on hold, so we'll keep going through the line here till we get to her. All right. Hello, welcome to Ham Talk Live.
Hello, this is Carol again.
There we go, Carol. Okay, we got you. We got disconnected there, so... But yes, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for all of the inspiration over the years. We've been able to work together on a few things, and the passion and the knowledge of working with these kids and introducing them to ham radio is just unlike anything else.
Thank you. Well, Neil, not only are you an inspiration in your adult life,
You're going to have to turn your speaker down there, Carol, I think.
Still more? I was saying, not only are you a super inspiration to thousands of kids in your adult life, but as a young person, as the youngest ham, that's when you sent me your QSL card, and that's what hung up in my classroom for many years, inspiring the youngsters every time they saw your QSL card. So you've been an inspiration for a real long time, Neil, and always have sent me quality, high-caliber youngsters to speak at the youth forums.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and I thank you for all of your support over the years, and everything from getting some funding going for equipment to making presentations and offering opportunities for these kids to speak at the youth forums. It's just a fabulous thing, and I'm very honored to receive an award especially with your name on it. So thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Well, Carol, it was great to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to call in and calling the other day as well. And look forward to the time when we can catch up in person once again.
I will look forward to that.
Yeah, I know you said you've been home a lot and you're not used to that. So it'll be good to get out. So thanks again, Carol.
That's for sure. Bye-bye.
All right, take care. 7-3, Carol.
73.
All right, 859-982-7373 is the number, and Michael, you've started something here, and John in for JTK says fried Snickers bar, not the cheesecake on a stick. So that's the that's the Dayton thing. So what do you think? The sunscreen an idea?
Yeah. Considering today we hit almost 80 here, so. But we got a cold front coming tonight, so it's supposed to be back down in the mid 50s over the weekend.
Oh,
and 40s at night.
Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry. Which I know in Florida, you're like, oh, it's so cold, and I'm sitting up here and it's like 35 right now. So yeah, and that's on a good day. Well, all right. So thank you so much for talking about the award and my thanks to the nominating committee and everybody involved. Is just good to hear. And John says free air conditioning too. It is just a great thing. So let's talk a little bit again about Hamcation SE and then the plans for resuming. And Joe says it's 26 there in Nebraska. Resuming things in 2022. Let's talk about that a little bit, and then we're going to wrap things up here. So, anything else on 2021, and then what's the plan for when we can get back together again in person?
For 2021, I think that's pretty much it. Please go register for the webinars. We have some good ones. We like to see lots of people on the webinars to support everybody, all the presenters that's going to be presenting them. So here's your chance that, one, if you've never been to a Hamfest before, sort of what type of forums are at Hamfest to check out. Or two, if you're not able to make it to Hamfest for some reason, here's your chance to actually be able to have forums, webinars live so you can participate with them. For this year. For next year, Hamcation 2022 is already in full swing also, because we did postpone this year in 2022, it will be our 75th anniversary, and it will be the ARRL National Convention. They've actually moved it from 2021, since we are not doing a live show, to 2022. It's all set to go. Probably about 2 weeks after our special edition, our Hamcation website will be live with everything for 2022 already. All the information, and you can start purchasing your tickets at that point. So we're actually going live with the website earlier than normal for 2022 to give everybody more of a chance to purchase tickets and stuff like that for it. I can tell you two things. One of the things that was actually kind of leaked about 2 weeks ago, or actually right before Christmas, myself, Michael Coulter, Mark Brown, and John was on Tim Duffy's DX Engineering radio show just to talk about how we all work together with each other for ideas and stuff like that for the Hamfest. But Tim did announce that in 2022, he will be bringing Contest University to Orlando. So that's one of the big announcements that's going to be coming out for 2022. And the other big announcement, since we're on the idea of awards, we will be starting our second award in 2022 to go along with the Carol Perry Amateur or Carol Perry Educator of the Year. The new award will be Amateur Radio Volunteer of the Year Award, to go to a volunteer that does stuff for ham radio. We'll be putting more information on the website once we get the criteria together of what we're looking for, but it will be Volunteer of the Year Award.
All right. Very good. Well, that's some exciting news, another award, and the addition of Contest University at Orlando. It's a fabulous time, and that's a nice thing to add in. So that's very cool. So the plans for 2022 already underway, and they'll be live just shortly after Hamcation SE. Okay, so I have one more question, Michael, before we sign off for tonight. Has anyone else called it Hamcation SE?
I'm tempted to say somebody did. I don't remember who it was. But somebody did. I think it was somebody actually on my committee.
There you go. See, I'm trying here. I'm trying to get it to catch on. It's Hamcation SE.
Hopefully this will be the only special edition of Hamcation.
Yes, we certainly hope so. We hope we've got everybody back together again. Get the band back together again very, very soon. So hopefully that is the case. Well, Michael, you did a fine job here tonight. Thanks for coming on, talking about it, and we wanted to get the word out on Hamcation SE and get people to sign up for that, and just really appreciate all of your time here on the show to talk about it, and thanks for throwing the award in here tonight too. Little off guard. I kind of suspected maybe, but didn't know that for sure. So that was
when I contacted Neil,
nice
I just asked him to talk about Hamcation. So when I decided the press release will actually go out tomorrow, so everybody will be hitting everybody's mailboxes and everything tomorrow. So when he said this one was available, I was like, okay, I'll actually present it to him live and kind of shock him, because he did know about it, yes, but he just didn't know when we were going to make it official. So I figured what better way to do it than on Ham Talk Live.
Yeah. Now, Karen was teasing me a while ago, said, you know, are you going to interview yourself? And I'm like, no, we don't do that. Well, thank you so much for doing that, and I look forward to being it down there and the banquet and everything once we can get everybody back together again in 2022. And I'm looking forward to spending some time at Hamcation SE and giving a talk about Youth on the Air Camp. So looking forward to all of it. And if you have anything else that comes up, big news between now and then, let us know. We'll definitely get that on there, and everybody go to hamcation.com and check it out.
Sounds good, Neil. Thank you for having me on the show, and thank everybody that's in the chat room for all the support for Hamcation and the show, and congrats again on winning the award.
All right. Thank you so much. And yes, thank you to everybody that's been leaving comments here. I've been trying to get through them here. John, the president of the Orlando Amateur Radio Club in for JTK, has been throwing stuff in here and it's made it a lot of fun here. And Jill's saying deep fried Oreos. So, well, we're getting all kinds of ideas here for you guys. So, you don't know, but, we may have to trademark that or something, but anyway, thank you, Michael, and we'll finish things up here tonight and talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that is a wrap for this week's Ham Talk Live. Thanks to my guest, Michael Cauley, W4MCA, and everybody out there in cyberspace for calling in, typing in. And I invite you all back next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time when, Joe Eisenberg, K0NEB, for live from the comments here online tonight. He's going to be here to talk about rebuilding his ham shack. It actually landed on the front cover of CQ Magazine this month. So he's going to be here to talk about what he did to revitalize his ham shack. And I can tell you from working him a couple of times during Yoda month last month, and the 12 Days of Christmas special event, he hasn't sounded better. And so we look forward to talking about that next week. So be sure to tune in for that. And for a list of all of our upcoming guests, visit hamtalklive.com. And if you like Ham Talk Live, please leave us a review. That helps others find us faster. So for now, this is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, saying 7375, and may the good DX be yours.